Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Morning Woods podcast. First of all, if you haven't already, go down to the bottom of the screen right there at the bottom and click that little bell icon and get notified every time I release a new vlog, a sketch, a prank, a podcast, whatever I put out, you get to see it. New stand-up clips, stuff like that every week. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Today, I have in studio with me some young comics coming up from the Dayton area. These guys run their own open mic every Tuesday. It's actually one of the longest open mics we've ever had in this area, and they're creating a great atmosphere for comics like me and young comics to kind of go work on new stuff, try out your old stuff, rework things, and it's just a really great mic. So I just want to have them here today to talk some shit with me. Welcome Caleb Lee and Jeff Allen, everybody. Thanks for coming, fellas.
Thank you, Johnny.
Thank you.
No, thank you. What's going on?
East Side.
Doing tremendous, man.
All right, yeah, it's
thankful to be on here, man.
Said East Side. I
was like, where do I go from there? Like West Side? Like,
Yeah.
Oh no,
me and Jeff's gonna fight later. Let's get it.
That's awesome. Dude.
Shout out to Carmichael's, you know.
Yeah.
Shout out to Carmichael's Pub, Chris Carmichael.
No doubt, man. Yeah, you guys are doing a good thing over there. I think that you know, being consistent and having a platform where it not only makes you guys have to write new stuff every week because you got to go up in front of the same crowd often, right? But it also makes other people kind of work a little bit harder when they see that other comics are getting opportunities based on how much they're going up, and that you get better when you go up, right? So you need that. You need these mics. So it's dope that you guys are continuing to do it week after week. It definitely makes sense for you guys now at this point, right? But I'm sure it was hard at first trying to be like nobody showing up, right? There was definitely weeks where you probably don't get anybody, and that goes for patrons, and that also goes for like comics coming to sign up. But week after week, you guys have kind of built a thing there, and now you actually have a monthly show there.
Yeah.
Right? You have like a show where you're bringing in headliners and feature acts once a month, and you guys are putting on a real show on top of the open mic. So how did that kind of progress? What was the footsteps?
So we had a 1-year anniversary. We actually had Hey J Thompson headline. Shout out to Ovations. He's been extra in some movies. He's done a lot of stuff around this region, and so we had him headline a group of favorites from the Carmichael scene, Kyle Kemper, DeAndre Stringer, a lot of different cats from the local scene on that show, and there was like 80 people in this tiny dive bar. No one could no one could sit down. It was insane. And then after that, that's when we the owner was like, "Hey, let's start talking compensation." And then eventually we started. We wanted to take the money and invest in the entity that was the open mic, right? And the monthly showcase, which is actually happening next Tuesday. Shout out to Dan Alton. He opened up for Kyle Kinane. He's gonna come and headline it. But yeah, that showcase is just meant to boost Carmichael's as a platform and get more people coming out every week. Get more people knowing about it. There's comedy happening weekly at that dive bar, whether you want it to or not. And eventually, people are just coming around. You know, it's the most magical thing.
Yeah, no doubt, bro. No doubt. And I know you guys kind of alternate the hosting position there, and then one of you will kind of go up throughout the night, and then one of you will kind of host each week. So it must be nice also having somebody else to kind of have your back on nights that you can't make it. I know that's a big reason that a lot of shows get shut down, just because guys can't be consistent over and over, you know what I mean, and kind of make it every single week, and life happens, and that's understandable. So it's nice you got your boy here to piggyback for you sometimes. So that's good. You guys are a little duo. It seems like everywhere I go, I'm seeing you guys on shows, and you guys are definitely starting to rise up here in the local scene. So I can't wait to see what happens for you guys in the next couple of years for sure.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, no doubt,
dude. Having Caleb, just having each other is super dope though, because we've been best friends since I was 8 and he was 11. So I feel like I feel like there's certain things that a lot of separate comics couldn't handle that we can handle because we have that established relationship together.
Sure.
Amen.
Sure.
Amen.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. Like that bond is critical because like me and Jeff literally started out 5 mics between us. We went out, shout out Springfield at the time. We ate shit hard in front of just like comics. And it was like, you know, we respected the guild, but we were like, we need a place to grow. We need somewhere where we can like develop ourselves in front of where people ain't already like having like preconceived notions of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're just judging you at face value, not all these new guys looking all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Yeah.
So we literally was just partying at Carmichael's, and Katie, our good friend Katie. Uncle owns the bar. We were like, bro, let's do comedy here. Look at this stage. Like, I want to do comedy here, bro. And then literally that night, we were talking to Chris. We were like, can we just run comedy here? We'll do it for free, blah, blah, blah. Sure, bring your own stuff. Go right ahead. And then it was just week after week, just getting on stage, knowing how to time people, knowing how a show works. Just, we literally started like comedy for dummies, you know?
Yeah.
So to actually getting booked, actually have material, actually have like a set is phenomenal.
Yeah.
We've had to grow in this holistic environment where it's dating as fuck.
For
you know,
sure.
there's
Yeah, no,
everyone in
that's-
there is on coke and
It's the heart
punching
of dating.
stuff and
Hold on.
bringing their side chicks.
We're also trying to advertise. But keep
Yeah,
on going.
no, yeah, no.
Please come out. It's an amazing
Jesus
place.
Christ,
It's a great
Jesus,
family bar.
bro. They have
During
good
the day.
food, I guess.
Yeah, no,
Great food.
Great food. Great food.
Amazing bar staff.
Don't let Caleb talk for more than a couple of minutes. That's why we have Jeff. Jeff's the face of the operation.
Yeah, no, like I'll try to get real technical, and then he'll be like, "Hey, how we doing?" You know, it's like,
Like, this is going great. Wait a second. Let's take it a left turn
it's
here.
just like if Bob Saget and Chris Farley were friends. You
Yeah.
know, that's exactly what the fuck we have going
Yeah,
on here.
I like the vibe, dude. It's a good dynamic for sure.
But yeah, you can't do what we've done at Carmichael's without being absolutely obsessed with the grind. When we go home, we're thinking about comedy. We're watching comedy. We're always in that mindset. And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I think that's what's propelled us in Carmichael's. People tell it's all love for the craft. It's all love for just being a human being. you
Yeah.
know? That's what kind of
I
keeps the thing
I
going.
envy it too, dude. I envy the grind and like the young blood. Like it's fun, dude. Like I like it. That's why I want to have you guys on here. It's like it's cool for me to be able to like show other people. Like I don't have a huge platform, but that people will watch this for sure. So it's cool for me to be able to do that. But it's also cool what you guys are doing. So I'm like I just want to return the favor and just let people know at least locally who you guys are. That way, if there's somebody out there who wants to start comedy, they can come to your mic, and that's literally you can start being a comedian just by coming a few times to the open mic and kind of getting the hang of it, and then eventually a few years down the road. So it's just cool that you guys have that outlet, and yeah, I definitely appreciate it. I'm actually on the show next month, right at the end of the month.
Yep.
Yeah.
Featuring for Lori Graves.
Lori Graves, good friend of mine. Lori Graves,
Yeah.
very funny woman. She's amazing. So I'm really happy, and you guys make sure you come to that show October 25th.
Yeah.
Am I right about that?
Yeah.
Tuesday,
from today.
October. Is that a free show?
Yeah, it's a free show. It's also going to be Halloween themed.
A
so
free
watch
show,
out.
costumes, Halloween theme. You guys doing a Halloween a costume contest or anything like that?
I don't want to do a contest, but all the comics are gonna dress up. We have an open mic afterwards.
Yeah.
For all the comics who want some stage time, we still try to keep that open mic atmosphere available afterwards.
For
but,
sure.
Yeah, we're gonna encourage everybody to dress up. Carmichael's always gets really fun around holiday times. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be awesome. We also have Tyler Ross coming from Chicago.
Oh, that's
to
awesome.
feature. So another comic, and it's just gonna be a great show, man. We love the scene so much, so it's awesome that we've built this platform not only for us but for everybody else. And
Yeah.
I think that's my favorite part, and Caleb can attest to it too, is the moments that are had there. I think that's the most important part about the entire thing is all those humans. They don't care about anything else. They're just there for comedy. They're there to have fun, and nothing else matters. And I think that's the most beautiful thing about Carmichael's.
That's not my phone. Do you guys hear that?
Yeah. Okay. I was just gonna keep it running.
It's definitely happening.
I'm an announcer at heart, so
I
I
know
know.
was in my
listen,
head, I
I
was
know
like,
we
yeah,
heard
it's
it
fine.
earlier. We can't figure out. I'm sorry for people at home if they can hear this when it comes back into the. I don't know if that sound is going to come back in the podcast or
Okay,
what.
so we're
I can
just
hear
gonna
it in
look
the
stupid.
headphones,
We
though.
might edit this out. Is that?
I don't know. No,
Okay.
we'll leave it in.
Okay,
It's it's already happening.
balls
We'll leave
out.
it in.
All right. We're
Yeah, I guess just
Oops.
to kind of close on this bit, I just think it's really cool that, which I didn't know this until just now, that you guys are doing it for free. Like you're taking the money you're getting paid for the show. You've established yourself, and you're like, we're already doing this. Why don't we just give this money to some already established comics and then give the people who are supporting us a real show?
yeah.
And like you guys are doing and then people can just come for free. I know this for sure. It's going to be packed out. So if you guys want to come August 25th, myself, Lori Graves, what's the guy's name from Chicago?
It's October.
October 25th.
Tyler Ross.
Tyler Ross, myself, Lori
Very
Graves.
funny guy.
That's crazy. So it's going to be an amazing show. A1 show. You guys would pay $25 for one of these tickets. You just get to come and see it on the east side of Dayton. So make sure you get there early. It's going to be a really dope show. But Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Thank you guys for being here. 100%. This is fun so far. I think we're vibing here.
Yeah.
I know we were talking before the show. We were kind of like we were just throwing some topics around, and one thing that I wanted to bring up was the guy who starred in The Diary of the Wimpy Kid.
Yeah.
How he killed his mother. Now I thought this was a new story.
Yeah.
Apparently he was just sentenced. So it happened like 2 years ago. Apparently, from what we read on the articles when Dylan was looking it up. But I guess he just got sentenced 2 years ago. So what he did was he shot his mom in the back of the head while she was playing the piano. And then apparently he had like Molotov cocktails and hundreds of rounds and rifles in his car. And he was on his way to like the British Prime Minister's like location. Dude, what is going on with this thing? We got to figure this out.
Sabotage, man.
Yeah, someone's sabotaging us. Yeah, let's pull up this guy. Looks so innocent.
It's the British government.
Look at this guy. He doesn't look like a killer, but I guess that just goes to show, like, man, that's nuts, dude. He gets parole in 14 years, so he gets. I can't wait till he gets out so he can start his own podcast. So I'm gonna.
Who's wimpy now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Him and me, Diary of a Wimpy Man.
He looks like a young Elton John, so I get it, man.
Sure.
Honestly,
It's young Beebs right there.
oh, look, all I want to say,
great hair.
there's a lot of young white teens who have talked about shooting their mom in the head. He fucking did it.
Hold on, look at that picture right there. He's got dark eyes right there. The one where there's blue writing right behind him. Do you see it, Dylan? Like dead center down a little bit. Yeah, that one right there, dude. He's got dead eyes. Look at that. All right, there's something about him.
He's got my eyes, bro. I'm a little scared of
Yeah,
myself
now that I
right
saw
now.
the puberty pics, like once you get past the childhood, you start,
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, okay.
Child star. Look, he was like, dude, who knows what's going on though? Really, right behind the scenes. If you think about like Corey Haim and all those dudes and all the shit that came out years later about, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like Corey Haim and Corey Feldman. So like those dudes were big child stars, and we obviously know that there's a lot of like sex trafficking and stuff like that goes on behind the scenes with those.
Yeah.
With those circles of people. So who really knows what he was involved in?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't want to like draw up any conspiracies here, but I'm just saying who knows what he was involved in or what really led some kid to do that.
I just want to say before we keep on going on this topic, it's so crazy to me that this is like getting popular now. Because COVID was just dominating the news cycle so much that we're talking about it 2 years later.
No one even cared.
Yeah, we were like, oh, he shot her. Oh, shit. Could I get sick?
Yeah.
And then for 2 years, we're like, oh, damn, that did happen. Okay.
Yeah. It definitely happened, dude. Yeah, so I guess he was just sentenced for it. Another thing that a crazy 16-year-old kid just did, they hacked into the Uber and the new Grand Theft Auto gang, apparently. So some 16-year-old kid from Oxford, England, dude, is like the biggest hacker in the world right now, apparently. And the FBI is trying to work with Rockstar and Uber. He's hacked Microsoft. This kid he's earned over $16 million in cyber crime. He's wrapped up.
What were you doing when you were 16, Johnny?
Dude.
Playing GTA.
Dude, yeah, dude.
Not like that, dog.
I was like shotgunning Steel Reserves and like smoking Xanaxes and
Yeah.
shit. You know what I'm saying? Just average 16-year-old shit, dude.
Jesus Christ.
Like, dude,
He's breaking into the Steel Reserve.
yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. Damn, this kid like owns fucking Steel Reserve, you know?
Dude, that is so savage. Because I gotta say, like when I was 16, I was like heartbroken and shit. You know what I mean? I was worried about like girls.
He was writing raps and shit.
Yeah, I was worried about thick, pale girls. Like I was not worried about like hacking in. But so
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
talent though, the talent.
That's what I'm saying. He just must have grew up in a different. I mean, maybe it's one of those things where like he just knew since he was young or something. I don't know how people fucking become hackers. Who knows?
I mean, it's a bad thing, but you gotta say, like even some bad things, like people are good at it.
Yeah, no.
You can't say Ted Bundy was a bad serial killer. You know? Like,
No, it's a bad thing for the people working at these companies or whatever. But for him, it's fucking amazing. And I also think it's one of those white collar crime things where like you don't. I don't know. Do you get caught for like 10 years? Do you do like a year in prison and you get out and get to keep the money? A lot of those embezzling crimes and things like in that nature, I think typically you don't do much time for it, even if you still like astronomical amount of money. But if you rob someone at like a knife point, you might do like 10 years in prison.
Honestly,
It's smart enough you earned it, apparently.
Yeah.
That's the sad part.
It's a different type of crime.
honestly, it's scary to me that there's so many like increasingly intelligible minds about technology.
Yeah.
It scares the shit out of me because eventually this entire matrix is just going to be able to be accessed through technology. And what if someone can just take it over?
Oh, they already can, apparently.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Children.
saying.
Being funny ain't enough.
No, children can take over the entire world at this point.
That's what I'm saying. Like everything is when you make life electronic, that's like a whole new wave of crime. They have more control over the crime. That's gonna be insane. Especially this banking's. They're trying to make banking digital.
Yeah, sure.
As well. So
cash is gonna be digital. Yeah, it's already happening. Here's my theory too. I think that like this is new to us and our civilization, but I think that we were already at some point in history before like this whole thing reset, right? Because Earth is like eventually gives you all this stuff and then eventually it takes it all back. It's just like a cyclical nature that we're living in.
Exactly.
But I think that at some point we were probably advanced like this, maybe multiple times in history. But if everything is digital and right, we're making things out of like silicon and plastic and or like metals and things that eventually like will degrade over time. Maybe we were all digital before, and that's why we can't find information on our history whenever we find these like ancient temples and stuff, because we don't have the technology to like kind of plug into what they were doing back. Does that make sense?
No, that
we
that
could
makes
have
a lot
been
of
digital
sense.
before. We just can't access it anymore.
I think that's one of the
We lost
dopest
our
thing
knowledge.
about existence is that it could all be fucking
guys
made
hear
up.
that?
Yeah, that's I'm trying
Someone
to
is
go with it.
texting in our ears.
Someone's hooked
There's a
up. to
Bluetooth connected to the, like
Yeah.
the
I think it's Cat
roadcaster or
upstairs.
something.
the-
I
Okay.
guess.
That's what's got to be happening. Someone's connected to the Bluetooth.
All right, run it back. Let's talk about how good we are again.
White
Come on.
Cat is upstairs.
Start from the beginning. Start from the beginning.
Click, click, click.
Did you pause it, Caleb? Will you pause it? We've only been going for.
I hope he starts watching porn.
You just texted and it came to us.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
Yeah, pause it.
We just start.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We had some technical difficulties, but we figured it out. So everything's all good. We were just talking to Jeff and Caleb Lee with a P. The P stands for pills for sure because he's on them right now. I assume by the look at his eyes.
Psychedelics.
Yeah, the P stands for psychedelics.
Whoa!
That's
we never
fun.
thought
Plot
about
twist.
that. Wow.
That's
Damn.
funny, dude.
New
Yeah.
tag
That's
on
a
the Morningswood podcast.
dude. That's like a universal. That's a universal thing right there because you can't go like anywhere in the world and be like, yeah, man, that's a cool shirt. Caleb with a Lee, Caleb P with a Lee. Wait, what I say? Caleb Lee with a P.
My name's a psychedelic trip.
On the
itself.
back, it says the P stands for psychedelic. That's a hot shirt, bro.
Dude.
The P stands for pills. Not a big seller. Locally, you might do well.
really
on the
well.
street,
Yeah,
son.
yeah. On the
Selling
around
out.
here, people are like, bro, that's crazy. You gotta have a
Outside
prescription to
right
wear
now,
that?
you'd do great.
Yeah, you gotta have a prescription to wear that shirt, bro.
Give away a shirt with a hot dog. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah, we actually came up with an idea the other day for his merch, which is amazing. He says he's gonna do a towel, and it says with a P on it,
Yeah.
I'm always sweating.
because he's always sweating. And it's fucking unique. Nobody really has towels either, because they're like, that's weird. But it's not weird if you're fat. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
It's required.
yeah.
You gonna sell like bathrobes and stuff too? So your merch table is just gonna be like Bed Bath and Beyond, and the Beyond is psychedelics.
Beyond illegal, hit me up.
Fuck yeah, dude.
He's like, yo, dude, there's chocolate weed truffles under the fucking, yeah, dude,
Yeah.
under the scale.
It's so funny, Johnny, because like after that psychedelic documentary came out on Netflix, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I did. I watched. It was like 4 parts.
Yeah.
With Michael Pollan.
Yeah,
I read a book by him.
Yeah.
Also about like marijuana, peaches, and potatoes.
Yeah, he writes a lot of books about plants and the earth and food
Yeah.
in general. But Caleb called me
After he watched it,
like in the 90s
I
after
told you, bro.
like when Elton John came out of the closet. Like that's how I felt. Like he came out of the psychedelic closet. He's like,
I
I
was
can
crying.
talk about it.
It's mainstream now, dude. I'm fucking telling you.
I can be myself in
I
public.
can be my.
It was
I don't
on.
have to hide anymore.
It was on Netflix, dude.
I'm
it was on
out.
Netflix now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
And anybody thinks he's crazy, he's just like, see, watch, look at this.
Have you heard
Science.
of Michael Pollan? He started pulling up scientific
Yeah.
articles and shit. They're like, dude, no, you have lost your mind, Caleb. He's like, yeah, science, bro. Fucking.
He's like a guy with Fox News who like can't say his political views, so he just points to Fox News. That's Caleb with with that documentary.
Yeah.
He's like, see, I'm not crazy. I'm supposed to do it every day.
Caleb is like,
Look at that.
he's definitely like Fox News as a like if Fox News was a person, it's definitely like Caleb Lee for sure.
Yeah, he definitely he looks like him.
That's
but,
what I'm saying.
dude. This guy, he is secretly the blackest white guy ever.
But I look like Tim Dillon. So
Yeah,
that hurts.
so he grew up on the West Side, and like he even has pictures where it's just him and all of the homies just like post it
I'm
up.
comfortable.
Yeah. So it's fun. Like we'll be driving down the street. And it'll be like one of those speed limit things that lights up when you go above the speed, but doesn't actually do anything. Be like, what's that? What the fuck? Put everything away. Like
What the fuck?
Put the blunt down, Jeff.
yeah,
Jesus.
I'll have my phone in my hand. He's like, put it down.
Get your feet off the dash.
No lights in the car. While I'm
If a
driving at
billboard
night.
flashes too quickly, this motherfucker thinks it's the state trooper.
Scared of neon light.
Yeah, it's hilarious. He's always super paranoid about everything. It's
Well,
so
now that
funny.
you watch that Michael Pollan documentary, everything's fine, right? You can kind of drop some of the paranoia because everybody's doing it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing it secretly, Johnny. That's the thing, bro. We talked about that
Trust me, I know.
on a low ski.
I know. People
like
are
Narnia.
definitely, they're doing it in secret, but you know, having psychedelic experiences, I think, is something that at least once you come to age, I don't think kids should be doing it, but I think that everyone should have a psychedelic experience at some point in their life. At least one time, you should do it, and you should just see what happens because it's powerful. It's not nothing. That's the one thing that will happen is not nothing happens. Like no matter what, everybody has a profound experience.
Yeah.
Right. It could be scary. It could be beautiful. There's an array of things that can happen, but no matter what, you get affected by it for sure.
No, that's super dope that you said that, man, because that's actually how we started comedy. Like we were doing psychedelics together
Oh
for
my
like the
fucking
first
God,
time.
dude.
I swear to God.
And I got a bright idea, dude. Why don't we fucking become stand-up comedians?
It was insane because we always felt weird and like outcasted our entire life. But as soon as we walked in Wiley's, we were like, oh,
It's home.
Yeah, it was so incredible. It was like I always wondered what I was my entire life.
Yeah.
Then I did psychedelics and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm a comic. Like I don't have autism. I'm a comic.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Well, I think you might be on the spectrum.
Hey,
You got foreheads on the spectrum, son.
that's another podcast. John.
Yeah, we'll save it. Nah, I gotta agree with you though. Psychedelics definitely opened my mind. It made me self-actualize, and I think I was always a weird person who always like just thought differently from everybody else. But when I discovered what comedy was and how comics think, and kind of like I was like, oh, this is me. I was like,
Yeah.
I think people had a hard time taking me serious as a musician because I never took myself serious either. Right? I never really took myself serious. I never have my whole life, but I didn't understand that that's what I was doing. And once I embraced it, and I was like, oh, well, life is kind of like a silly game. And once I kind of like changed, I guess, like my definition of myself and kind of said, okay, this is my lane now. I think it's always been my lane, but this is how I'm gonna use this thing to express myself. It kind of, I don't know, it kind of changed everything for me. Like I'm only sitting here right now with you guys in this cool ass studio because I started telling jokes.
Yeah.
And like a lot of things can happen from this. I've seen so many people get so many opportunities, dude, from doing just starting off in stand up. So I not only think it's like a viable option in entertainment if you're good enough and you're willing to put the time in, but I think it's like a really therapeutic thing, and it's also a really small group of people who understand each other. So when you find other people like you guys and like me and like other comics, we sort of embrace each other. So it's a cool vibe. It's like a brotherhood or like a sisterhood. It's almost it's like being in a fraternity. That's kind of what it reminded me of when I first came in the fold.
Yeah, no,
Absolutely.
it's been absolutely incredible, man. Honestly, and I'm right there in the same boat with you, and I'm sure Caleb could attest. I'm only here because of comedy.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many different things. Like I write hip hop music as well. I'm also a broadcaster for the local cable channel. There's things I have lined up, but nothing fulfills my soul like making a group of people laugh. You know what I mean? Just
Off of an
creating that
idea
moment.
you thought of.
It's insane.
Yeah.
The fact that it's like you're feeding something into the world. You know what I mean? This is our way of making the world a better place, a little bit at a time.
Yeah, it really is. And I know that sounds cliche, but it's absolutely right. I believe in that. I believe like something as nice as like holding the door for someone, or just like trying to make them laugh off the cuff and stuff like stuff like that will carry someone throughout their day, whether you know it or not, because we don't know what people are going through. It's a crazy life out there. So yeah, dude, that's cool. That's a cool way to look at it. That's super inspiring for sure.
Yeah, all because of psychedelics, baby. Brought to you by
That's crazy.
mushrooms.
That's not the message that we're that's not the message that we're
Sorry, mama.
conveying today, but
Oops.
But I will say that it definitely will give you a perspective shift. So if that's what you're looking for, psychedelics will do that for you. I've personally like seen people, you know, who've been through a lot of things change their whole life and just from psychedelics.
Yeah.
A lot of people. But these are all anecdotal studies and cases that I've seen personally, so I can't like contest to the scientific notion of anything that I'm talking about. I'm not an expert in psych. Just because I watched the Michael Pollan documentary, I know as much as Caleb. You know what I'm saying? Like,
good.
I don't know, but I do know the feeling that I get, and I know that when other people describe to me the profound experiences they've had, I do think it's an important thing in the human experience. So I think everyone should do it at some point in their life.
Side effects may include possible insanity, exponential growth of mental health issues,
and then that's where we get into the controversy. It's because people who are like schizophrenic or have like tendencies to be, even if they're not fully on the brink yet, as you grow, that stuff kind of develops as you grow older, right? Certain mental illnesses. I think that the psychedelics can actually bring that on, and we know that, and because of case studies that are like published by John Hopkins and a lot of the case studies from the earlier like psychedelic experiments they were doing on mice and stuff, we know that it can like make people snap high doses. So that's scary, dude, because you never know what you're getting. Yeah. Right? Especially when you're getting it from the streets, and there's no safe way to get it. And that's why weed was taboo for so long. But now that it's more mainstream, a lot more people are into it. And I think that all psychedelics will be like that at some point. Just the way that you can buy the chocolate bars with shrooms in them in like Washington and California, Seattle. There are a few states that have decriminalized these things, and you can kind of just go in the store and buy them like you can weed now. So I think at some point in the future, it will kind of be like alcohol, and it will all be out there on the shelf, and they'll have like an age limit and a restriction on all of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like at the end of the day, it's our fucking consciousness. It's a plant. You're gonna make something that comes from the earth illegal. Like, of course, people have had this conversation for decades and decades, and we don't even have to do it. But that's exactly where most of my generation, I'm starting to find out, stands on it. Like, if you want to do it, do it. You can't regulate something that comes out of the earth.
Yeah, well, it was here before us.
Yeah.
It was here before us, and it will be here when we're gone.
Much longer.
So these things are our ancestors. Like these plants, these funguses, they're our ancestors, and they're from the earth. And so I feel like they speak through me and to me, and they really help me when I'm like being creative and when I'm like trying to convey new ideas to the public. Because, like, that's a big part of our job is, like, being social commentators. Like, there's different styles of comedy, but I feel like at least the stuff that I'm doing, like, I'm trying to make people understand what's going on around me in the world. And, like, so I'm using my perspective and trying to be, like, comical with it. But I'm also ushering in new ideas. And I think that's what good comics have done for a long time. Has been like, oh, you guys are uncomfortable about this? Well, let's look at it from this angle. Yeah. Right? Can we play with this idea and not be so serious about it? Whether it's, like, race or sexuality or religion or body type. It's like, why can't we play with these ideas and we don't have to punch down. There's no reason. And I hate that phrase, punching down. You're punching down. It's like, we don't have to be negative. And also it's jokes. Like, I don't really feel like this. You're saying it out loud just to get a reaction. Like, to a certain degree, you have to be careful when you're up there because you don't want people to think that you are kind of preaching this, or it's some, you know what I'm saying? So like, there's a thin line, so you have to make it punchy, but
intent is everything.
Intent is there. You go. Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at. There you go.
What I always say, man, is why not laugh? Like, we've been through a lot of controversy in our life, so I think we're really good at just we turn loss into laughter. Why not laugh? There's always going to be reasons. Yeah, but fuck them. Yeah, just laugh anyways. Yeah. And if you don't, when you're sad, you know what I mean? When you're depressed, when you don't have anything left, just laugh.
I don't agree with Jeff about funerals. Just to clarify, like, you gotta, like, Mom, chill.
Try to find something funny about this funeral. Jeff puts the fun in funerals.
I've been to several funerals.
How we doing? Like, you need to calm down, sir.
Hey, the life of the party. I don't think we should say that during
it's still a party, brother.
He's like, I'm the life of the party. You know, you can't say that during a fucking wake.
I've been to several funerals, okay, and they were all from, like, my family members. We laughed, okay? We laughed anyways. And I think, like, people can think that's fucked up, but at the same time, I think there's some kind of twisted beauty in it, you know? Because at the end of the day, it's supposed to be a celebration. We're supposed to be celebrating life and the fact that we still have it. Yeah. And so it's a really different perspective, just like you were talking about with comedy.
No, I completely agree with you. I'm giving you shit, but I completely agree because just on that same notion, that's why I write jokes about my parents. Yeah. Like, I have jokes about them just to deliberately so I can talk about them on stage. Like, because I never talk about them and, like, it doesn't really come up and they're not in my life, so I make sure that I, like, bring them into my life with humor, and I get to, like, also tell other people about them because I'm telling jokes about it. So I get to kind of kind of share their legacy with people in a weird way.
Was Tony really an amazing lover?
I'm sure he was, dude. Shout out to my stepdad.
Is that really your stepdad's name?
Yeah, dude, 100%.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, 100%.
Shout out to Tony, dicking his mom down.
He was getting it, dude.
Mama Woods.
He must have been.
He lives upstairs.
Yeah, no, she changed her name.
Oh,
Tony. Yeah, I'm not gonna say his last name.
Damn.
Start guessing.
I'm not gonna dox
James.
him. Nah, he's a great guy.
Dude, he was laying
He's
such.
actually a good guy. I'm not gonna lie.
He was laying such great wood.
I haven't talked to him since him and my mom divorced, and they went through a lot of shit. But he was a cool guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Tony, call Johnny. Is that
Nah,
what we're doing?
Johnny,
Tony,
wants
call him up.
Thanksgiving.
That's okay.
He's actually on the next podcast. Tony, it's us.
Nah, that's
we got
okay.
this.
Tony, are you proud of Johnny? Let's hear it.
That's okay. But yeah, there's definitely some humor out there that you got to bring that stuff because no one knows who you are. Yeah. So it's like when you're up there, it's your chance to tell your story, and I think that's important.
Share your perspective, man.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, hold on, Caleb. Can we get the camera on us real quick? We're on the Morning Woods podcast. We fucking made it, dog. Yeah. We're coming for you.
Jeff was late. I just want to throw that out there.
He's Hollywood as fuck, dude.
We were actually the replacements. I don't want to hear shit from
Jeff
you, Johnny,
showed
okay?
up 30 minutes
Talking
late.
about it.
He told me to bring him up. He's like, "Where's my fucking latte?" I was like, "Dude, I don't work here."
Hold on. I just realized that there were supposed to be 2 other people on the podcast. We would have been on the fucking couch, Johnny.
Yeah.
What
you
the
guys were
hell,
over
man?
here sharing. I'm like,
We were the fucking backups.
Actually,
Backup singers.
what was gonna happen is I was actually not even gonna be on the podcast today. It was gonna be you, Lori, Kevin, and Caleb, and it was just gonna be like a takeover episode, and I was gonna be behind the scenes. But here I am talking to you guys about the Wimpy Kid and Grand Theft Auto. Oh, dude, you know what we forgot? We didn't talk about Brett Favre. And we all grew up on welfare, so let's talk about how much we hate. Talk about how much our parents would hate him. Taking our goddamn welfare check.
God.
How much is a welfare check nowadays? When I was a kid, it was like $600. Is it still like that? This was like 20 years ago. Is it still only $600 a month that they give you?
I don't know, but so technically he did retire like 3 times. So I don't know what kind of money.
Oh,
that
dude,
is.
They kept stopping his welfare.
Brett Favre was, he was just trying to get his retirement, bro.
Yeah,
he ain't invested in that, dude.
I think he was just a really bad spender because if you think about it, he was like, I quit, and then his accountant called him like, Brett, I think you need to go to New York, bud.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, no,
Brett.
So he probably never had any money to begin with. He probably spent it all, and then that's why he kept trying to play. And now,
well, that's the thing. Like, what drives you to start stealing from fucking poor people, bro? Like, what? You have to be in a bad place, right?
That's what happens when Wrangler drops you, brother. You gotta start
When you live in
stealing.
Mississippi.
God damn, dude. Dude, he does look like the face of Wrangler, too.
He was.
That's what I'm saying.
Did you remember that?
Yeah, but he has like the perfect face.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He just like,
He should have been a NASCAR driver. If you look at him, like from a distance,
I wish he was, dude.
Yeah. Then he probably would still be driving and not stealing our fucking money.
Yeah, dude. Fucking drive that NASCAR to the local welfare building, dude.
Dude, I'm telling you, man.
Nah, he's been spinning those welfare people in circles for years, though. So yeah, he's basically a NASCAR driver already.
Yeah. No, I think it's so funny how the student loan thing happened.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, I'm fucking taking my money. Like, Brett Favre's taking more money than everybody who had student loans.
Food out of people's mouths.
Yeah, no. That's like basically stealing a virtual charity bank.
Yeah.
Like the charity jar at the top, like this is donated to Salvation Army. Like he stole it online.
Yeah, 100%.
What an asshole, man.
That's like Beyonce also getting a child support check. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, yeah, I got this little side income. Like, you don't need it at all.
No, I fuck with Joe Biden on the student loans thing, though, because I had some student loans. Not a lot, but I had enough to where they're paid off now, and they were in deferment, so that's cool. But one thing that he did recently is he opened up a bill to ban assault weapons. I think we got to be careful when we talk about taking people's guns, dude. We got to be careful about that, dude.
I was just about to hit my mom with a Wimpy Kid.
We got to, right when I was about to make my move on my mom. She was playing the goddamn piano again.
I was at the cheetah eyes, boy.
Yeah. I'd be in trouble because my mom can't play piano.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
She can't even do chopsticks.
I'm from the east side. I have to wait till she smokes a cigarette or something. We don't do that. Do shit not here, baby. East side.
Watching the Cowboys.
Funny,
Watching the Cowboys, man. Fuck the Cowboys, dude. Every year, that's my mom's thing. She always says the Cowboys are going to go to the Super Bowl. Mom, if you're watching this, fuck the Cowboys, all right? Dak's hurt. Like, they're not even a bad team, all right? I don't have that much against them. It's just the fact that she thinks they're going to win the Super Bowl every year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's no way that's going to happen.
Way.
I don't even know about football, but I know one thing. There's no way the fucking Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl this year. That's me not having any knowledge whatsoever. Football is a complete foreign language to me. But Jeff's mom, if you're watching this, and I know you are, no way the fucking Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl this year, next year, or any year.
You just lost all your Cowboy fan base.
I don't even. You know what? I'll dress up like a cowboy in my next episode.
That's like
Not the football player. I'll wear assless chaps, and I'll come in here with a big 10-gallon. You feel me?
You know what? You do kind of look like special ed Jason Witten. So I kind of I could see it, dude.
I don't know who that is.
Okay, that's fair enough.
I wanted that. Could we pull that up, James?
For the viewers.
For the viewers.
Yeah.
I gotta pee. You gotta put the screen on them. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Pull that up.
You look like Jason with a little bit of downs, you know?
Canceled right there. Gone.
Okay. Oh, fuck. I forgot. Damn it. I'm a professional comedian. Please book me. I have clean humor and a comb over.
Same. You know what psychedelics don't do? Bring your hair back. It doesn't.
Don't do that.
It doesn't. It's not Rogan. Sadly. I wish I'd be like Fabio over here. Like,
It's not Rogaine. It's Rogan. There you go,
Bam.
baby. We're going to fucking tank this podcast. Johnny leaves.
no, it's great. I think it's great.
Wouldn't it be funny if we just got super duper offensive while I was gone? And then he releases the episode. And he gets canceled. He's like, what the fuck happened, guys? You said the N-word 8 times when I was gone?
It's like I wonder how like Tony's doing.
I wonder. Let's talk about Tony, man.
Has he been hitting up some ladies? What's going on?
Johnny, who's your mom's new lover? Let's talk about him.
Caleb with a P. Boom.
Dylan, does Johnny's mom watch this? I hope not. We're
Find out
wilding
something
in.
real bad. Like, yeah, she can't watch because she has cancer. And you're like, whoa.
Oh, that would suck.
In the eyes, you piece of shit. Like,
You know what sucks is I feel like now when someone shoots their mom, it's going to be called a wimpy kid. Like I feel like that really just shot the franchise.
you can't call nobody wimpy no more.
Yeah, dude.
Give him that. Bop, bop.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you done it now. Like,
Motherfucker, you keep talking shit, I'm going to hit you with a wimpy kid. Like, it's like intimidating now. Well, I guess it's in UK, wouldn't it?
instead of a womp, it's a wimp. Womp womp. It's a wimp wimp.
I know,
Hey,
I know a
guys.
man named Womp. Shout out to Womp.
I'm back.
He's a crackhead.
Nah, he's not. Well,
Do I look like that guy?
maybe. Yeah, but like with, you know, like a couple missing chromosomes.
Oh, okay.
Like this could have been you.
When
you know?
riffing goes wrong. Let's hear
Yeah.
this.
I wanted this to be so fun.
Yeah,
I had such high expectations for this podcast.
yeah.
And yeah,
Lori, Kevin, where are you?
Where
we
are
fucking
you?
need you.
we need the vets in the building.
Yeah, let's switch them out, man.
This is why we only bring comics that have been doing it. I'm just kidding.
Thought you guys was
He got
ready.
us.
Found out you wasn't.
He
It's too
got
late.
us. That's so funny. Man.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, this has been fun though. You guys have been mediocre at best.
Yeah,
I'll be honest.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
yeah.
Short notice, but it's
Yeah,
fine.
it was short notice.
You didn't prepare. Like I
Well-
didn't have time to prepare.
Well, I wanted to get you guys on like a month back, but I booked these out a while. Like I
Yeah.
book them out like a month or two in advance, and like I kind of screw myself on that too because I'll run into people who I want to put on, and I'm like, oh, we can't do it for like till like fucking next year now, like damn near. So it's like I like put people. I think a lot of people get mad at me too because they'll hit me up like, dude, let's do an episode, and I'm like, all right, we will, but like you have to wait like 8 weeks or something before I really get people on. So I kind of like wanted to get you guys on, and we were gonna like promote the show and stuff, but then we weren't sure about it, and then so like, but I'm glad you guys came. It really, it really means a lot. So
I just want to say this is
appreciate you
most.
guys coming on short notice like this.
This is the most Johnny Woods way to end a fucking show. He's like, you guys are mediocre. I got a really
better.
long wait list. Just establishing that, guys.
See you next year.
Yeah. Talk 60% of the time. You guys sucked. I was all right. Long wait list.
Dylan crushed.
Morning Woods, baby. See you next week,
This
guys.
might be my favorite. This is the ending. Might be my favorite part now.
Lori,
I think
please.
this might be the clip that we use to fucking promote it.
Lori.
Because there was nothing else even remotely funny.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. No, but I appreciate you guys for doing your mic every week. So keep doing that. Keep grinding. I see
Yeah.
you guys out there getting booked on other shows that aren't your show. right? People are recognizing that you guys are doing your thing. So I think it's awesome. I recognize you guys. I hope you guys have a lot of success in your career. For sure, you guys are going to come back.
Yeah, but don't start a podcast
and do this again. No, but do. And if you do, come to me and let me help you start one, because that would be awesome. I think you guys look cool up there.
Yeah.
You know, if he would talk a little bit more, you guys might have a show. But it's going to be mainly just you.
I didn't do enough drugs today.
I was about to say, we talked about the benefits of psychedelics.
Yeah, that's Caleb's an expert.
What happened when you don't do it? You're tired.
He's like, dude, I don't know anything about wimpy kids or Brett Favre or anything. You guys bring up that Michael Pollan documentary, I'm going to give you some juice. Now, do you guys want to like shout out your social media or anything like that before we get out of here? Put the camera on those guys.
Yeah, if you ever start using your social media, tell them what it is, Caleb.
Yeah, it's Caleb Lee Comedy at Instagram. I want to start posting some stuff. Okay. Typically, I find myself as a private person because I'm always doing drugs, getting high. So yeah, I'm gonna start being more open to the public. You know,
good idea.
I've never just been like pull out my phone, guy, like, hey, look at me, how we doing? So I gotta work on that.
Are you promoting yourself right now? He's like, I'm always doing drugs, getting high. Book me. What the fuck is going on?
Bookers are gonna watch this. So
we don't have a brand together. I just want to establish that real quick. I'm Jeff. He's Caleb Lee.
We're the Gem City Geminis.
All right, calm
we're
down.
a team through and through.
Put a divider up between.
Yeah, what the fuck? Always doing drugs, getting high.
Jeff is driving. If you guys book them both.
If my boss is seeing this, I lied.
Yeah.
All of it.
Oh my god.
Your grandma's watching this, guys. I'm on Instagram at Gym City Hefe. Facebook Jeff Allen Dayton, because there's so many Jeff Allens. You have to put Dayton to find me. I'm going to be at the Clash of the Comics finale, competing against your host Johnny Woods at the Dayton Funny Bone, October 23rd. We're having a show at the end of this month, September 27th. The hilarious Dan Alton's coming down next month. October 25th, Lori Graves, the comedy mama of Ohio, is coming down to close out Carmichael's Pub. Catch us every Tuesday, Carmichael's Pub, 3011 Wayne Avenue. Shout out to Chris Carmichael, man. And shout out to you, Johnny. We fucking made it, Caleb. We fucking made it. We did a whole podcast.
Love you, Johnny.
It was mediocre, but we made it.
Love you guys too. I'm glad you're here.
Gang, gang.
No, you guys were fun. I'm obviously being satirical. I have some dates coming up, guys. Wiley's Comedy Club, Ohio, Dayton, Ohio, October 8th. I'll be at Carmichael's Pub with these guys, October 25th at 8 p.m. Like they said, I'll also be at Funny Bone at the Clash of the Comics. That's the finals. Make sure you guys come out for that. It's definitely going to sell out. I need all my people there. Make sure you guys come out for the finals. I'll be at Bricky's Comedy Club in Franklin, Ohio, October 29th at 7. And then finally, next month in November, I'll be at Caravan Comedy Club in Louisville on the 4th for the roast battle. So thank you guys so much for watching. Jeff, Caleb, thank you for being here. Dylan, my man, thank you for being behind the camera. As always, peace out, guys.
I regret so many things I said.
No,